Greetings, my name is Comet, and today we are here in the amazing land of Kitakami. And in this episode, I am gonna show you the secret ending of the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, the LC. And this is a very important ending as we are gonna need to complete it in order to get the epilogue, which will be released in just a few hours. So let's get into it. To trigger the secret ending, though, we will have to do quite a lot. First off, we would have to have the entire Paldea storylines completed, up to a point where you go into the Area Zero and you complete the quest over there as well. Then we will have to complete the entire Kitakami story, up until you have Ogre and you unlock the Indigo disc, and you would have to complete the Indigo disc up until the point where you have Terapagos on your team, and only then you will be able to trigger this secret ending. And in order to trigger it, now what we have to do is we need to come right here into the Kitakami, into the land of Kitakami, and then we need to go into the crystal pool right here. There we go. And here on the crystal pool, something mysterious but important is gonna happen. Terapagos. You need to bring Terapagos to this lake, and he will trigger something special. Because remember that Terapagos is pure energy. It's a Pokemon of pure energy. The professor. Well, now, this is a curious development. Have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? This is the Professor Sada, the one that we find on the Area Zero. And this is the Professor Sada whom will then, spoiler alert, who will then die in Area Zero. So this is before the death. Professor, have we met? If so, I'm sorry, but I don't seem to recall it. I am Professor Sada. I research Pokemon in Area Zero, and yet... What? This Pokemon... Is this the Winged King? We call it Koraidon. Is that right? So its name is Koraidon. That's a good name. From the clues you've already let slip, I suppose I would have to conclude. From your perspective, I must have come from the past? Though, of course, the complexities of time-space are beyond count. It's possible that our encounter might not even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Now, this is something that you will find on Pokemon Scarlet. You will find the Professor Sada, and you will show her Koraidon. But on Pokemon Violet, what will happen is that you will have the male professor, and you will show him, the Miraidon. So it's just a version difference type of thing, but the story is the same. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Why don't we exchange as much useful data as we can in what little time that fate has gifted us? Oh, now I can move around. Need to save here. Oh, I cannot save. Okay, let's go and talk with her. Is there anything that you would like to ask me? Hmm. So these two things will be related to the story, you know. Why are you here and what are you studying? Um, she will try to tell you about Terapagos and the time travel and so on. Um, and if we mention the family, she will mention that she has a kid, but that's about it. Nothing more special. So I would like to know, hmm, what are you studying now? Because maybe there's more secrets. I am researching methods to catch Pokemon that live in different timelines, so I might transport them to the present day in my own timeline. It sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I am drafting plans now for a machine that may achieve it. You see, this book captured my imagination when I read it as a child and has never let go. But progress has been slow and beset my failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. I desperately hope that I might glean some new insight from this conversation so I can finally make progress and return home. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Your family? Oh, you even wish to know about my private life? I do have a family. A son. He's probably at home right now. Well, no, I suppose right now could be inaccurate. But whenever and wherever he is, I imagine he must be quite lonely. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Why are you here? I don't precisely know the cause. I was analyzing the recent data in my secret lab one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. This is so cool. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokemon that lies dormant in that place. Or perhaps the cause lies with you and I. Now let us trade places in this exchange. I'd say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This is the crystal pool. To be more precise, we are in the land of Kitakami. So we are Kitakami's crystal pool, eh? I remember reading about it in certain text. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground, imbued with terrestrial energy. It would seem that I have been shifted quite far in both space and time. My next question then. That Pokemon you have, the Winged King, I mean Koraidon, tell me more about it. Hmm, he's my friend. Yes, well, your personal attachment to the creatures has no meaningful relevance today. He was like, oh, I don't really give a fuck. Forgive me. Perhaps that was rude. Hmm, that book you have there. I don't recognize its cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Would you like me? Would you let me see it for just a moment? Descriptions of the Area Zero Underdepth and the record of Terapagos awakening. Who is this Briar to have written such a work? He's a descendant of Heath. Heath is the professor who was investigating Area Zero before Professor Sada. Now, isn't that something? A descendant of the author of the original Scarlet book. Explorations runs in the family, I see. At any rate, that is a book that will ignite the imagination of any true scientist. I'm sorry, but I simply must have the time to read this book more thoroughly. Eh? She's about to disappear. Oh, the mist is closing in once again. I assume that means our time is near its end. No, don't go. I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Winged King, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine it must be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without offering you any recompense. An exchange then. Though I hate to part with something so precious to me, would you consider trading me that book for my copy of the Scarlet book? Yes. The Scarlet book. Oh. I want to see what that's gonna come. A record of an expedition to the great crater of Paldea, given to you by Professor Sada. The book has the name Sada written on it in clumsy handwriting. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and winged king. How lucky you were to meet across time and space. I bid you adieu. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, pretty cool. And now, the title screen every next time that you are gonna enter Pokemon Scarlet will be different. Look at this. Now we have the Scarlet book on top of the um, table right there. And just like that, a brand new day begins. Let me check the actual book. Here, the Scarlet book. Can we read it? No. I wonder if this is gonna trigger the epilogue. And that's really about it, if I remember correctly. Let me save. And I think that's about it for this. As far as I know, there's nothing else that we really have from this secret ending. And this ending is very important because it's gonna be part of the epilogue as well, if I remember correctly. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. We are back here in the land of Paldea. And in the next episode, I am gonna be uploading the epilogue of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I don't want this adventure to end. I got so attached to the characters. I really like them a lot. But it's time for the story to get to a conclusion. So let's see what it has to for us. For now though, thank you so much for watching. My name is Comet. I hope you enjoyed the secret ending of the DLC, The Hidden Treasures of Area Zero. Peace.